Hey, I'm the Sasquatch, and this is Sasquatch Presents, the show for nostalgia seekers who want to relive their childhood, learn some fun facts, and tune out the fast paced life for a few moments of the simpler time. Every 2 weeks, I'll take you down memory lane to help you unwind. If you're ready to zone out and defrag, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Today, we'll be talking about the cartoon series, The Real Ghostbusters. The Real Ghostbusters was an American supernatural animated series, a spin off and sequel to the 1984 comedy film Ghostbusters starring Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Bill Murray. The series ran on ABC from September 13th, 1986 to October 5th, 1991, and was produced by Deke Enterprises with Columbia Pictures Television and distributed by Coca-Cola Telecommunications. The series follows the continuing adventures of the Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, Egon Spangler, Ray Stantz, and Winston Zeddemore, with their secretary Janine Melnitz, accountant Louis Tully, and mascot Slimer. They chase and capture rogue spooks, spirits, specters, and ghosts around New York City and beyond. While the real Ghostbusters was being created, Filmation was creating a cartoon revamp of their 1975 live action series, The Ghostbusters. Because of disagreements with Columbia over animation rights and the dispute with Filmation, ABC added The Real to avoid any copyright issues. The Real Ghostbusters cartoon had a popular toy line, which was a big success in part because the Real Ghostbusters took a different approach from other mid 80s cartoons. Back then, shows like G.I. Joe and Transformers were built more around selling the toy than telling deep stories. The Kenner line of the Real Ghostbusters first hit stores for Christmas pre orders in 1986. Those pre orders fastly sold out, and the toys appeared on shelves in January 1987 and continued until spring of 1991. With 10 waves and at least one more planned, unfortunately, the line ended during the Kenner and Hasbro merger of 1991. The first advertisements, done by Toys R Us, appeared in newspapers around the end of January 1987. The first printing included the four Ghostbusters and two ghosts, Stay Puft and Slimer. The Ghost Zapper, one of my childhood favorites, was added during the second run of Wave 1, which came out with the addition from Wave 2 in the spring of 1987. Oh, the Proton Pack, that brings back a lot of memories. It was this giant backpack that you'd wear as a kid, and it had this zappy gun with pool noodle that would end up to the end of it for a streamer, and it came with the ghost detector that hung on your hip, and the little zappy gun that you pull the trigger and it makes this really cool sound. It also had this little hook on it that you could buy the Ghostbusters ghost trap, which is the life size trap that you had a long tube on it. And you foot pedal and you step on it, and the little doors would open up, and you put the little toy ghost into it and act like you're really catching a ghost. And it's a really neat feature for a toy back in the '80s. Anyway, back off our little rabbit there. Wave 2 added fun products like the much anticipated Ecto 1, the legendary 1986 vehicle from the real Ghostbusters toy line. It came complete with a swiveling proton blaster, ghost grabber claw, and the signature red fins. The Ecto 1 captured the imagination of Ghostbuster fans everywhere and became one of the most beloved cartoon based toy vehicles of the late 1980s. Other notable toys in the line include the Fearsome Flush, Gruesome Twosome, Jail Jaw, and other comedically named ghosts and spirits. These figures helped round out the unique action figure line. Ken released several new accessories for the figures in 1988, including a new series of mini ghost figures and an expanded series of different colored ectoplasm slime containers. The mini Gooper, the mini Shooter, and the mini Traps were part of this mini action ghost set. The Goopers came with a jar of slime to pour onto the figures to give them that otherworldly ghost look. The Shooters launched the mini ghosts out of their mouth when they were squeezed, and the Traps came with two different colored ghost traps that latched onto the Ghostbusters figures themselves. The Firehouse Headquarters playset was without a doubt the coolest set that came out of Wave 3 and remains one of the most popular and sought after pieces of real Ghostbusters line. It is, of course, molded after the iconic headquarters building for the classic Ghostbusters movie, as well as the animated show. The playset includes three levels of fun, along with the roof, and it came with a ghost containment unit, fire pole, a jar of slime, goop gates, and, of course, the iconic Ghostbusters sign. This concludes our trip down memory lane. I hope you enjoyed learning more about this classic cartoon series and its toy line. Be sure to follow Sasquatch Presents on Facebook for the latest podcast drops. Until next time, I'm the Sasquatch, and I'm off to the woods.